All right, first graders, today we're going to finish up our Mondrian paintings. Today what you need to do is start by peeling off your tape. So really slowly, and I'm trying to keep it level or even with the table as I pull the tape back. I'm keeping it close to the table instead of pulling it up like this. Notice how it's close to the table. And I'm going to peel this tape up. I need to go slowly. If I start to go fast, my paper will probably rip. And hopefully you have enough lint on that your tape will peel it pretty easily. So I pick and I peel. Now if for some reason your paper starts to rip, you need to stop and start peeling from the other direction. If it's ripping an awful lot, I need you to stop and raise a quiet hand. If you keep your tape peeled close to the table, it should come up pretty easily. At the drive-thru, what you're going to find is a blue tray that has some primary colored papers. You're also going to need to grab a Sharpie. Before I start collaging papers on top, I'm going to use the Sharpie and trace really carefully over my rectangles. I go right along the edge of each and every single one so that they really stand out to my viewer or the person who's looking at my artwork. When I have outlined each one of those rectangles, I'm ready to make some 3D rectangles. So what I'm going to do is make some pieces that fit right on top of these shapes that I painted last week. Now I want these to be 3D. They're going to spring up off of my page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by cutting a long, thin rectangle. And I'm going to fold it like an accordion. So I fold it and I flip. And I fold and I flip. Fold and flip. This is kind of like a spring for my shape to be on top of. And I noticed that this shape is a really skinny rectangle, so I'm going to try to also fit so that I make a skinny rectangle to go on top. I'm trying to match the size of my cut shape with the size of my painted shape. Now to glue this, what I'm going to need to do is glue first the little spring. So a dot of glue, no bigger than my pinky finger. And on the top of my spring, another dot. I'm going to hold this spring flat and then put my shape on top and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And boing! I've got a cool 3D shape. All right, I'm going to make another one for this yellow, so I need to start with a spring. I cut a long skinny rectangle. I fold it like an accordion. I fold and I flip, fold and I flip, fold, fold, fold. I need to cut one that's kind of skinny like the one that I've got already that's painted. A dot of glue to my painting, and a dot of glue on top. And I count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When I have put some different 3D shapes on top of my painting, it is finished. I need to carry it to the drying rack flat like a lunch tray and try to sneak it in between so it will dry nice and flat.